What's happening, Saints fans? Welcome into the first mailbag we've had in actually quite a while. If you would like to be a part of our mailbag in the future, I highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Lock us in because we go live every Wednesday afternoon. So be sure to hit the sub button so that way you can ask a question and be a part of the mailbag in the future. But if you didn't get your question answered or if you don't have time to tune in on Wednesdays, that's A-okay. Just hit me up on social media, X or Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. I think TikTok might be on its way out here pretty soon, so we'll have to see. But you can hit me up on X. You can hit me up on Instagram at TraceGerard48 and add an underscore on Instagram to find me. Linked in the comment section and description of this video. I love interacting with every one of you. All right, Queen Courtney, when are y'all getting polos? So in case you guys didn't know, a fun reason or a fun thing that we do during the watch parties is we do a lot of cool giveaways and whatnot. So we have some Saints Now polos getting customized right now. We're working on it. Courtney, I will email you very soon. We're trying to get a big group order going together so that way we can just kind of get everyone's polo out at once. But Courtney, I will email you. I will shoot you a DM, however you want to communicate, and we'll talk about this. Mikey Taylor, Trace, if we get Mike McCarthy as our new head coach, does he bring in Aaron Rodgers to us? Does he? I don't know. Should he? No, absolutely not. I think you're 3-4 years too far gone from Aaron Rodgers. But Mike McCarthy, I wouldn't hate that hire. I think that it's a better hire than what people are giving it credit for. I mean, wherever he's gone, he's been a winner. He's a Super Bowl champion. I wouldn't hate Mike McCarthy to New Orleans, but hear me out on this. What about Mike McCarthy, if we're just going to get wild with it, go bring in Aaron Rodgers and get Devonte Adams. Get the whole gang back together in New Orleans. Could you imagine that? That'd be ridiculous. It'd be so dumb. It wouldn't happen, though. I don't think it will. I hope it doesn't. All right, let me know your thoughts on Mike McCarthy and an Aaron Rodgers reunion in New Orleans. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you not sure? Share your thoughts and let me know in the comment section. U.S. champ, what up, man? Good to see you, brother. Give me a little fist bump right here. Thanks for the support, my man. Mikey Taylor, Trace, would you draft a quarterback from Notre Dame if he's on the board in 5 or 6? Well, the Saints don't have a 5th-round pick right now, so no in the 5th round. In the 6th, sure. Why not? I would honestly probably not, but, if you had to draft somebody in the 6th round and it was, Riley Leonard or, Cousin Terry, I'm probably taking Riley Leonard, but I'm not very high on any quarterback in this draft class, for the record. I don't think any quarterback should be drafted by the Saints in this class. Jerry G says, Trace, who do you want to be the next Saints head coach? I am going to go every day it switches between Aaron Glenn or Joe Brady. But today I'm going to say Aaron Glenn because yesterday I think I said Joe Brady. So it switches every day. But my top 2, if you get Aaron Glenn or Joe Brady, I'm happy with one of those. Mr. Filmer, one of our awesome mods we have on the channel, would you be in for targeting Justin Simmons? Oh, God, here we go again. Oh, God. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, I was kind of the leading push for Justin Simmons to the Saints, and then he ended up, having a visit, and then he ended up obviously signing with the Falcons. I got clowned like crazy on social media, but hey, all that for them just to wind up in the same spot as us on the couch in Mexico for the offseason or for the postseason. Nah, you didn't get him this. You didn't get him this last offseason. I'll pass. I'm good. David, Drew as quarterback coach. Okay. Drew Brees for quarterback coach. So this is the okay, let me say 2 things here. First, I like this idea. Second, I don't think it's a very realistic idea. Because third, it takes 2 to tango. We can want Drew Brees to come coach as much as we want, but he has to want to come and coach as well. And I think we all know that Drew Brees is a family guy. I think we all know that Drew Brees loves doing what he's doing. So I wouldn't be shocked if Drew Brees never returned to the NFL as a coach, but I definitely don't think he's coming back anytime soon. Maybe down the road, but this offseason, I don't think it's going to happen. I would think it would be pretty cool, though, for the record. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and I think that he would be an intriguing coaching option. Like, shoot, man, could he be an OC at some point? Who knows? Kalen Neese, I mean, for the record, Drew Brees, one of the smartest football players of all time. Like, yeah, it would be awesome to see him be on the coaching staff. All right, get Aaron Glenn, keep Kubiak, and get some playmakers to complement Shaheed and Olave. Olave is good, but he is not a true wide receiver running back is a need as well. Jeanty would be wild. So I'm going to kind of go piece by piece here. Get Aaron Glenn and keep Kubiak. So first things first, I really like the idea of Aaron Glenn. Secondly, I would be down to bring back Klint Kubiak. However, he is getting interest and he is getting interviews with the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. So we'll have to see if he ends up taking one of these or one of those interviews. Hopefully it's not a one and done, but we'll have to see. Add playmakers to complement Shaheed and Olave. I could not agree more. That's something the Saints need to do. Olave is good, but he's not a true wide receiver one. I think it's still too early to say that he's not a wide receiver one. Like, I think he's shown that he can be. He just has to stay on the field and be healthy. If he bulked up a little bit, I would be much more confident in that, but I can't understand where you're coming from, and I do agree. Running back is a much bigger need than what Saints fans are giving it credit for. I'm gonna one-up you on this one. I will take your Ashton Jeanty in round 1 and raise you a Cam Skattebo in round 3. I think that'd be pretty fun. Shout out to you, Kalen. Thank you for your question. And also shout out to Game Time for sponsoring today's video. Game Time is the best ticketing app in the whole wide world. And if you're a lot like me and you like going to concerts, comedy shows, sporting events, and everything else that's live and in person, you got to check out the Game Time app. If you download the Game Time app and you create an account and use code CHATSPORTS, you'll get $20 off your first purchase. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on seats that you would be interested in, and you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of seats that you know you're not going to buy anyway. You can get views from the seat. You can go to whatever team or whatever band or whoever it is that you're trying to see and just go down the line of when are these tickets? When are these games? How much are they costing you? You can go to the Super Bowl. You can go to the Rod Wave concert. Bert Kreischer, he's coming to New Orleans as well. So if you want to get tickets in New Orleans, in Louisiana, in the Gulf Coast region, that's awesome. Game Time's got you covered. But I got even better news for those of you who don't live in the Gulf Coast region. Game Time also has you covered as well. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but a reminder, use code CHATSPORTS. You see it right here. Chat Sports to get $20 off your first purchase. Shout out to Game Time. Download the app today. Download Game Time, last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Alrighty, let's go. LZ21. If and when we hire Joe Brady, I think we should let him try and work with Spencer Rattler. What are your thoughts, Trace? Maybe if a Milroe is... Nope, absolutely not. Absolutely the frick not. No, LZ, I love you, dog. You've been a big supporter. You're always in the chat. This is nothing against you. I want nothing to do with Jalen Milroe. I cannot emphasize enough how bad of a draft pick Jalen Milroe would be for the New Orleans Saints. They don't have the tools around him to succeed. They don't have the coaching staff around him to succeed right now. They don't have the offensive line. They don't have the weapons. They don't have the defense to support a guy like Jalen Milroe. Milroe is not a guy who's going to win you football games by himself. He is a guy who can complement your players and who can be another weapon, if you will. I don't think that he should be a starting quarterback in the league. I don't think that he will be a starting quarterback in the league. But I do agree with you. If we hire Joe Brady, let him get to work with Spencer Rattler. Let him get in the kitchen with that guy and see what he can cook up. But I want absolutely nothing to do with Jalen Milroe in round 2. Absolutely not. You have the 40th overall pick. That is the biggest reach you could possibly make. Nothing against ULZ, nothing against Jalen Milroe as an individual. I want nothing to do with him as a football player, though, especially at number 40 overall. Dylan Erickson, calling it now, Devonte Adams will be a Saint this year. Okay, so this goes back to... Actually, hold on. So we've talked about it from a Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy coming to New Orleans perspective. Let's talk about it from a perspective of Derek Carr staying. Like, if DC stays, I could see the Saints being like, we need to go get him a wide receiver. And I could see Derek Carr saying, Go get me Davante. He will play for a cheaper price tag. He wants to play with me again. He did not do well with Aaron Rodgers. He did not do well with Aiden O'Connell when I was gone. Whole reason he came to Vegas was to play with me. Like, if you can get Devonte Adams to do that, hell yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and say go break the bank. I'm not going to sit here and say go throw him your entire offseason allowance. Don't, be smart. If you can get him, cool. If not, oh well. Alrighty, would you rather draft Mason Graham or Abdul Carter? Ooh, tough one. See, Abdul Carter is my top edge rusher, and I would love to get the Saints to have a better edge rushing group. But I also really like the idea of pairing Mason Graham and Brian Brzee. I think together that could be a dangerous duo. Let me hear me out. Brees and Graham, Drew Brees and Jimmy Graham. That was a good duo. Who says that Brzee and Graham can't be a good duo? Food for thought. Now pick one to draft for me, Saints fans. Type MG for Mason Graham. Type AC for Abdul Carter. I think both of these would be excellent selections. To be totally honest, I don't know which one I would pick. So I want you to pick one for me. Let me know, Mason Graham or Abdul Carter. Alrighty, Mikey Taylor. Will we bring back Paulson Adebo? Thank you for asking another question, by the way, Mikey. I actually think that there is a chance that Paulson Adebo does return. With him this year, I mean, like the reports around him have been that he isn't against coming back, but he wants to do what's best for him. And, with the injury that he dealt with this year, it's a pretty big injury and it happened early enough in the season where he likely will return by week 1 next year. And I think the injury could have maybe hurt his draft or his free agency stock a little bit. Like, I think maybe he won't cost as much money as he would have. So maybe I would be personally okay with bringing back Paulson Adebo, but that's just me. Alex Cortez, Saints go after Manning. Brees comes in and become our quarterback coach. So sauces tell me, not sources, sauces tell me that Arch will not be entering the draft next year. It'll be 2027. So let's have this conversation next year. But Drew Brees is quarterback coach with Arch Manning. Are you kidding me? That'd be oh my God, that's a Saints fan. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. That's a Saints fan's wet dream. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, that is crazy. All righty, Quinn Courtney. Would you draft an Ohio State receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round? Yes, I would. Quinn Courtney, I would be very down for that. I wouldn't hate going like, let's put it like if you go in round 1, let's say you go at edge rusher, you go Abdul Carter or Mason Graham, or maybe you go Will Johnson, the Michigan cornerback. I think you do one of those. I like that idea, or I like that option. And then you go get one of the wide receivers from Ohio State in round 2. I think that's a really good deal. Saints have had some good history with wide receivers out of the Ohio State University. So, maybe we keep it going. Pulse NFL. Trace, do we take Cam Skattebo? Dear football gods, please give me Cam Skattebo. Please, for the love of God, give me Cam Skattebo. I need him in the black and gold. So, Pulse, that's my answer. Do they? I sure freaking hope so. Alrighty, dumb Saints guy. Saints should sign Justin Fields! Okay. First of all, that was aggressive. Secondly, sure, why not? Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. Like, with Justin Fields, he really is one of those guys that's had a horrible evaluation. Because everywhere he's gone, he's had wide receiver issues. He's had offensive line issues. He's had coaching issues. There's always been something. But I don't think that if he came to New Orleans, it would be a different situation. Like, I think that this would still be you put him in a bad situation with not a lot of good receivers in a bad offensive line and a first-year head coach. Like, you're just asking for problems. Like, I don't hate the idea of going to Justin Fields. Like, let me put it this way. I'd rather win 5 games with Justin Fields than 5 games with Derek Carr, but I would rather go with Spencer Rattler over Justin Fields because the Saints drafted him and because he's already with the team. You wouldn't have to teach him a ton of new stuff. Like, I just think that Spencer Rattler, like, he has some of the traits that you want in your quarterback. Let's see if he can be your quarterback. Let's not be another team that's taking a flyer on Justin Fields and trying a project out. I don't want to do that. I'm tired of projects. I want production. So let's see what Spencer Rattler can do, and let's see if he can be the guy. Because if he can't, well, guess what? In a couple of years, we'll go draft a quarterback anyway. So let me know. Would you rather have Spencer Rattler or Justin Fields start for the New Orleans Saints at the quarterback position? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, Saints fans, y'all stay golden. We'll see you next time.